morning, everyone. I'm BC Begley, and these are your top news headlines for August 23rd, 2022. Trump had more than 300 classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. The initial batch of documents retrieved by the National Archives from former President Donald Trump in January included more than 150 marked as classified, a number that ignited intense concern at the Justice Department and helped trigger the criminal investigation that led FBI agents to swoop into Mar-a-Lago this month, seeking to recover even more. Multiple people briefed on the matter said. Donald Trump Jr. says, quote, "It probably would be good if the nuclear codes were stashed at Mar-a-Lago." Donald Trump Jr. suggested on Monday that the United States would be safer if his father, former President Donald Trump, had stashed the nuclear codes at his Mar-a-Lago golf resort in Palm Beach, Florida. The United Kingdom's economy shrank most since 1709 during pandemic. The UK economy shrank the most in 3 centuries in 2020, according to fresh statistics that highlight the devastating economic damage wrought by the COVID-19 pandemic. In its annual Blue Book revisions released Monday, the Office for National Statistics said the economy contracted by 11% rather than the 9.3% it had previously estimated. Russia and Turkey are deepening ties, prompt concern in the West over sanctions compliance. Turkey and Russia are stitching their economies more tightly together, heightening concerns among the United States and its allies that the relationship could undermine sanctions imposed on the Kremlin as punishment for its invasion of Ukraine. Brazilian police raid pro-Bolisarno businessmen accused of coup talk. Brazilian police conducted raids on Tuesday targeting several businessmen who have backed President Jair Bolsonaro's re-election efforts. 2 sources said after the media report accused them of discussing the virtues of a coup d'etat if he loses. Trump sues the government over FBI search of Mar-a-Lago. Former President Donald Trump has filed suit against the United States government over the FBI search of his Mar-a-Lago home in an effort to prevent agency officials from inspecting certain materials seized without third-party oversight. Pentagon rejects for a second time the D.C. mayor's request for National Guard to assist with migrants arriving in the city. The Pentagon rejected for a second time the request from the mayor of Washington, D.C. to help deal with migrants arriving in the city by bus from Texas and Arizona, according to a defense official. Artemis 1 is go for launch to the moon and back, NASA says. The Artemis 1 mission is ready to launch. That's the result of NASA's Flight Readiness Review, which was conducted on Monday. The review was an in-depth assessment of the preparedness of the 322-foot-tall rocket, consisting of the Space Launch System rocket and the Orion spacecraft fixed atop, currently sitting on the launch pad at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Finnish PM apologizes for party picture from official residence. The Finnish Prime Minister Sanna Marin on Tuesday apologized for a picture that emerged from a private party she had thrown at her official residence in July, following a public stir over her partying in the last week. State Department urges Americans to leave Ukraine. UN says the world is at a moment of maximum danger. The U.S. State Department issued a warning over the threat of increased Russian strikes on Ukraine during the week of its Independence Day on August 24th, urging remaining Americans in Ukraine to leave the country. Kyiv is bracing itself for fresh Russian attacks that its President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned may be particularly nasty.